beautiful babies. Welcome back. Last night we were discussing a little bit of deeper things about soul ties and past life lovers. So today we're going to dive a little bit deeper into how you can romanticize your sexual urges with no judgment and no shame, baby. So come on in. The first step on how you can really romanticize your sexual urges, because I know during this time, a lot of the collective are feeling this sexual creativity within their body. And it feels like a strong pull. It doesn't always mean that you want to connect with someone in an intimate way. It can also be a creative nudge that keeps coming to you. You keep thinking about this dream, this idea, this goal that you wanted all your life, and it's starting to kick at you more. You feel like, baby, I want to go after my dreams. I want to chase it. Nothing is too far for me to reach. I'm able to achieve this goal, even if you don't have much the way you think you may feel. You may feel like, I don't have much. How am I going to do it without this, without that, without parents, without friends, without... Let the noise die down, baby. And just know that today, we're going to learn how to channel that sexual energy in all ways, baby. First step, light you a pink candle, okay? Because right now, we are conjuring up the love energy, okay, that we possess within ourselves. And we are going to allow this love energy to transmute into everything that we desire. And what I mean by that is, we're going to use the energy that we have within ourselves, the love that we carry, and we are going to use that as fuel to go after our dreams and aspirations, to intimately connect with a divine partner, maybe even summoning a divine partner, someone who truly sees you outside of just your body. They see you. Secondly, I want you guys to let go of all the things that you've ever thought you've known in this matrix. Let go of the old teachings that don't serve you now, because we're adjusting to this new shift that we feel, collective. And the new shift that we feel, we're not judging ourselves for feeling more. We're not judging ourselves or shaming ourselves for having empathy. We're not judging ourselves for wanting to just be intimate with someone. We're not judging ourselves because we're interested in different things and other people find it weird, okay? Because when you're chasing your dreams and you're going after that career job, when you're going after that lifestyle you want, that you always thought about since you were a child, before you can even name this type of timeline, you are already daydreaming about the life that you truly want for yourself. And we're letting no one take that from us, okay? Now, the patriarchy taught us to keep shame as women, to just be housewives, to just cook and clean, and that's all you're deserving of. And then in the Black community, when we just wanted to be pretty girls, just learning the world before we can understand the weight of everything of this world. We just wanted to be beautified and love ourselves and understand ourselves. And we had some family members or some people that were watching us that were trying to shame us for stepping into our full throne energy, our power. Even some men in the family, you know, trying to say, why are you trying to be grown? Why are you trying to do this? Why are you trying to do that?
Like you said, like they will hypersexualize little Black girls. Even if you literally just being one of the boys, playing football, playing basketball, you somehow, they can see you playing basketball, they think you behind a garage fucking. It's ridiculous. And one of the things that bother me about our community is, as a grown Black woman at this point, if I felt like I saw a little Black girl and she was doing something that was deemed fast, I'm gonna pull her aside, like, baby, why are you doing that?
Right.
You know, you too pretty for that.
Right.
You know, I don't care what you look like. You too
But
pretty
I
for
genuinely think the reason why they could never do that is because it was always, what am I doing?
that. Yeah, nothing.
You know what I'm
And they
saying?
could never give you an explanation to it.
Ever.
You know, all that rah-rah stuff that no longer serves us, that's the old timeline, baby. Those people didn't really understand that they were in a house with someone who's a star. You don't even know who you're sleeping around. You don't know who you're around every day because you raised me or because you view me as something that's gonna always be a doormat for you to step on. No, all of that ends today. So letting go of old programming, letting go of what you were taught in your home and, you know, being amongst people who truly didn't value you, free yourself from that and let that go. Let it fall like rain, okay? That's the first step of letting go of shame, letting go of, what if I'm too much? What if people see me? What if they judge me? What if my family don't approve? They want me to be a doctor, they want me to be a lawyer, they want me to be a doormat, they want me to be a slave, they want me to be this, they want me to be, so what? Let those expectations go, okay? Because this is your life. This is your fantasy. And reality can be bent at will, anytime. And that's how you really step into claiming your sexual energy and commanding that you accept nothing but the best. You're not accepting half-ass love. So you're leaving that old timeline of past lovers who didn't treat you right, people that didn't value you in your life, and it started from your home when you were a child. You were taught to accept that. You were taught to just be pretty and sit still and just let people treat you like shit. Okay? Let them treat you like shit and spit on you and you just sit like a pretty old lady, or you just be the man that you're supposed to be and you just take it. No, you're not taking my power and I'm calling my energy back. And that's what we're doing forever, okay? We're calling our energy back. For some of you, like myself, who carries a mother wound, and during the years of my life, I have learned to be able to tame that void, to transmute that wound and understand that I don't know everything about why things went the way it went, why I was hurt so bad from it, why family kept secrets from me. I let it go. I transmute it into energy to make me successful. It shows me that I'm so much I'm worth it. I'm valuable. And it actually gives me it allows me to really have sympathy for my mother. Because I don't know everything. And during the time I was able to forgive her, and your path may be different. Whoever you need to forgive or you struggle to forgive, it can be a parent, it could be a friend, it could be anyone that hurt you so bad. Maybe the first heartbreak you ever experienced it's a struggle to really forgive them. That can be something that holds you back too from your true self. And even your own sexual energy, you feel ashamed to carry that because maybe your parents were shamed for having multiple children, or maybe they were shamed in their life because they were free-spirited and they were raised in a Christianity family, so they shamed them for the magic that they had. And maybe that parent tried to shame you for having it, or maybe they weren't around to protect you and keep you safe from that family who tried to now shame you. But you let that go. And I don't mean that to be biased, because we understand that letting go is not always easy. Like when you try sometimes, or you think that you got over it, but then one night you're up late night while the world's sleeping and you're just crying your eyes out. Don't look at yourself like you're weak. Understand that this is the process of releasing. These are the steps of releasing, crying it out. When the world is quiet and all you can hear is yourself, baby, you are connecting to a divine energy that is literally carrying your tears. You're crying for the ancestors that came before you. You are the one that the ancestors prayed for during those times. You're the living spell. You're the living ritual that they casted in this new age. And a lot of your peers aren't going to understand that. They're not going to get you. They're going to call you weird. They're going to say you don't know what you're talking about because they're so surface level. But you don't let that get to you. Because as you cry and release, and as you let go of shame and the old programming, and you allow this new shift, this new change, this new version of yourself come to play, you slowly and surely start to not give a fuck. And when you are alone, baby, love on yourself. Touch on yourself and say, I'm worthy of praise. I love myself. Give yourself a hug, okay? Tell yourself that you're proud of all of the things that you overcame. And know that you are never lost. You might feel like a lost soul in the midst of all of this because you do go through a rebirth and you go through the dark nights of the soul when you're really reclaiming your sexual energy and your throne and you're taking control in this timeline. You'll feel a whole bunch of emotions that you just can't. You feel like you can't relate to other people now because you now see that a lot of people are stuck in this illusion of thinking that this world is just the materialistic things of this world is everything. And then you start to feel alone because you're away from people that don't serve you. And if you're not away from them yet, you feel this urge to free yourself. You're breaking generational curses. You're the generational breaker of your family. And that is why some of your cousins, they talk about you, but they can't stop watching you. That's why they made you out to be the black sheep of the family. That's why they try to say that you were just a sexualized girl who was just wrong and bad. They try to say that you just a lustful man. They always talk about you. And it be the family the most, okay? It be the family the most. And then they will just literally see this light in you that they've always known you carried, but they didn't want to feed it to you. So now it's time for you to feed it to yourself. And you're reclaiming that throne today. I see you. And I admire you for going out into the world and continuing to face the doubts, the fears, the anxiety. You continue to go out into the world and make things happen for yourself without the help of others. And as you take that big leap of faith, the Fool card, you become the Fool, you're vulnerable. This is a new energy that you never were on before. So of course you're gonna feel vulnerable in the beginning. But amongst the journey, you meet like-minded people who resonate with you. And you find out you were never truly alone. You were always protected and guided towards places you needed to go. And the ones that were not supposed to be in your life anymore, that's the reason why they left. That's why the black sheep, the accuser of the family, they always accuse stuff on you, or the person in the friend group who always got shamed, you are the one that's breaking generational curses. This is why you had that type of life. This is why you needed to go through certain things, just so that you can be amongst this space here today. You are loved, and don't you ever forget it. The children of today need you. Only allow divine men and women to touch your temple, to be able to enter into your temple, because it's not just a home, like a regular old surface level mindset. No, this is just the temple of your body. Your body's the temple, first and foremost. So don't allow anyone in there that doesn't value you. Someone who steals and kills your joy. People who don't deserve you. Even if you feel a little bit lonely at night and those trauma wounds start to hit you, those mother wounds, that fear And you just be like, I just want to connect with someone even if they don't feel the same for me. You don't deserve that, you beautiful baby. Look within for love, and I promise you, you'll never go without. The loneliness that you feel is only pulling you towards greatness, because that loneliness is only solitude. You're away from the old timeline, people who don't understand you. You could become anything and anyone at any. You always had the key. You've always had the key. And we are going to continue to unlock those hidden corridors. And we are going to continue to amplify our sexual energy, amplify our life, amplify the hidden talents that we now are seeing. And we are away from the old timeline, and we're shifting into new beginnings, baby. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one, okay?